Have you ever had to shrink yourself to make others comfortable? Today on the Other Side podcast, we'll talk about why having to play small isn't humility. It's actually fear in disguise. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Other Side podcast. My name is Annabelle Kemi, a certified mindset coach, and of course, your maverick friend. Today, as I said earlier, we are going to be talking about why shrinking yourself or playing small in some situations is actually not humility. It's not what people think it is. It is fear in disguise. It is your fear coming through and making you feel like you are only being modest. You know, in this part of Africa, we talk about respect a lot, and we tend to mistake fear for respect. You can respect someone and not have to fear them. Actually, you shouldn't have to fear anybody. A lot of us go about life pretending like we are the humblest person in the room. We are diplomatic. We like to avoid trouble. We are calm. But the truth of it is we are just fearful. We are afraid of actually shining. We are afraid of showing people what we can do, who we truly are, because we do not want to make them feel like we are doing too much. We do not want them to feel uncomfortable around us. That is one foolproof way to keep yourself perpetually in a small corner while others are growing around you. You keep feigning humility and you remain in that dangerous comfort zone of yours where you don't have to butt heads or exchange words with anybody that is intimidated by your glow or your light or what you carry, covering up our fear and calling it humility. According to Marianne Williamson, your playing small does not serve the world. And if it does not serve the world, of what use is it? Also, Psychology Today reports that fear of rejection and past conditioning often make people shrink themselves in places or spaces where they could shine. This is one factor that affects women and marginalized groups a whole lot more than it affects men truly, particularly in this part of the world where there's a whole lot of patriarchy and misogyny thriving at its peak. Young boys and men are conditioned from childhood to feel like they are better than women, they are stronger, they are wiser. They are never afraid to show themselves and speak up and shine wherever they find themselves. And even when they do this, society applauds them, calls them bold. On the flip side, however, when women try to shine in some situations, they are tagged aggressive, they are tagged overambitious, and they are tagged masculine. In situations like this, you find that unconsciously women tend to play small in spaces where ideally they should be shining. When they have something meaningful to say in meetings, for example, they hold back because they don't want the men around them to feel like they are trying to overshadow them. Even in marriage situations and relationships, you find that the woman has something tangible to contribute to a discourse or a situation, but she holds herself back because she doesn't want the man to feel like she's trying to usurp his authority or she's trying to emasculate him, like they often say. These conditionings, this fear, tend to make a lot of people live small for the rest of their lives. And this is not something we're about to keep doing in the year 2025. As a matter of fact, a 2022 McKinsey study reports that women are 2.5 times most likely to doubt their achievements even when they are qualified. Imposter syndrome sets in. They just feel unqualified in spaces where truly they are qualified. But because of conditioning, past rejection, past experiences of being shouted down, of being told that they are being overly ambitious for even daring to speak up or shine, will make them doubt their own achievements. Having said that, let's consider real life people who refused to play small. Oprah Winfrey. If Oprah Winfrey had accepted the narrative that she did not have the face, the look, and the comportment for television, she probably wouldn't be what she is today. Oprah refused to play small in a space and an industry that was determined to make her dim her light and readjust herself so she could fit into their myopic narrative of what a woman on television should look and sound like. Imagine if Oprah had listened to them. Heaven knows how her life would have been today. She would have lived all her life in regrets and pain, wishing she had dared to shine even when everything around her was trying to force her to dim her light. What do I need you to do today for you to be able to make landmark achievements and be able to add value to humanity in any way, shape, or form, you need to begin to break free of that mentality, of that conditioning that has told you you should try and dim your light so you can fit into a general and more acceptable narrative. This is a lie, and you should not allow it hold you down. Be you a woman, a man, or a member of a marginalized group in society, you have to understand that you matter, and you see that light you've got, if you do not keep it burning, it's going to die out and you are going to wither away. I need you to break free. I need you to set your mind free. I need you to begin to take space. Let them call you proud. Let them call you overambitious. Let them call you aggressive. God knows I cannot count the number of times I've been told that I was being too forward as a woman. And if I had listened to them, I probably would be in the backwaters somewhere, doing some mundane thing and feeling very miserable. Take up space. Oh, by all means, take up space. Excellence requires visibility. You must understand that. For you to be excellent at what you do, you need to put yourself out there. You need to not be afraid to be seen, to shine. That way you can get feedback that will help you to continue to improve yourself, to continue to hone your craft, and eventually become excellent at whatever you do. I'll leave you with this powerful affirmation today. Be bold enough to say after me, I am not too much. I am just right for the rooms I am destined to be in. I wish you love and light as you make bold to take up space and to let your light shine through so bright that darkness cannot afford to stand. As you do this, please don't forget to share this episode with someone you think truly needs to start understanding that they have something great in them and they need to shine their light more brightly. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so you can always have a front row seat whenever I am here to encourage you to transform your minds. My name is Annabelle Kemi, and I'll be here same time next week to charge your mind and help you know that you are a maverick and you deserve all the greatness your heart desires. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye for now.